This next step is the second part of turning the wheels. Alright, we've got the boss on the back from the last time, and now we're going to put this into the chuck, 3-jaw chuck again. Yes, everything will be done in one setting. Make sure it sits right against that line, that little tiny ridge there, nice and straight and flat. Make sure it's tapped right in there, nice and tight. All these cuts will have to be very, very small, clean cuts. Now, center boss will be knocked down first, and just a skim cut on that. So we're going to just get it close to where it has to go, and then lock it in position. Back it out a little bit. Just a skim cut. We're just going to take off the scale on the front. You want that boss to stick out way above at least a millimeter beyond the, take just a teeny bit more off of it. And be a 2.84. Is to skim the outside of the rim. And this, we don't want to go in by the boss, we want that to stick proud, so make sure we're far away from that. And again, this is just a skim cut. We just want to get the scale off. Obviously the thickness of the wheel is important. It should, in this case, check my dimensions, but see, we still didn't get all of the scale off. You hear the difference. It'll have a nice clean cut without any chatter. Still have a little bit to go there. And that should just about be it. We'll check our thickness. Rim thickness should be 2.06. 2.6, so we're there already. This wheel came out a little bit thinner. Each casting is going to be a little different. The next part is making sure that, again, the cutter does not crash into the jaws of the chuck. Get this just about half a millimeter from the chuck. Lock everything in place so that now I'm going to use the carriage this way. Again, this outside dimension is pretty critical, and I have this set for 0, so when we get the 0 mark on this, I'll be at about 2.06 inches in diameter. Again, light cut. Using a carbide tool. Past that skin. Once you get past that skin, it cuts real nice. Since I'm using that indicator here, I should be able to go right to 0 and get very close to what my mark is. Before I get to that number, about 0.05 of an inch away, we'll check the dimension. We're at 2.07. That's pretty darn close. Probably just need to go a teeny bit more. We should be close to what we want. It's pretty important that all the wheels be almost exactly the same size. So that's pretty darn good. And the last operation, that we will do here is drill a hole in the center. I'm going to do this all in one chucking so that this rim will be concentric with that hole. And the next operation we will use a 4-jaw chuck, and we'll set the wheels up in a 4-jaw chuck to do the final profile. Center drill it. And I'm using a drill that's interesting, number 15 drill. And we'll check it with a shaft, make sure it's going to go on. I'll be very gentle with this drill because obviously there's a lot of stress on the hub. The only thing that's holding it is the spokes. These wheels are pretty sturdy, but on finer castings this would be a pretty delicate operation. And that goes in nicely, nice and tight. But it will be Loctited in later. And other than cleaning that hole up, and there you have the wheel. Stage 2, one more stage, where we'll set up this wheel concentric in a 4-jaw chuck. We'll do the wheel profiling as well as the flanging.